Hi, welcome to Galeslandia.
My name is Mrs. Jones, and I'm the gifted coordinator here at Lancaster City Schools. I want to welcome you all to the GALES program, introduce you to the GALES team, and highlight some of the ways that the GALES classroom is different. We are so excited when the time finally comes to get our new third grade GALES class into Medill and get back to instruction. Unfortunately, the open house that we typically have this time of year cannot take place as usual. Despite the circumstances, we wanted to come together as a team and welcome you. I am more than blessed to work with this team of amazing teachers and to be a part of such a unique program. Your child could not be in better hands these next 3 years. Here are the GALES teachers to introduce themselves.
Hello, friends and families. Welcome. My name is Mrs. Sines, Professor Sines, while you're in Galeslandia. And I would just like to welcome and thank you all for taking the time today to come in and peruse around Galeslandia. As you will see, our classroom here is just filled with all kinds of nuggets and clues about the book that we're going to start the year off with. So I'm just going to leave it there and I'll get with you later on that. But welcome. I'm eager to meet each and every one of you in person. Unfortunately, with the condition of the world right now, just be safe. We had to introduce ourselves this way. So again, thank you so much for coming. A little bit about me. I've been teaching now for 26 years. Yeah, second grade all the way up through sixth grades. I've taught all the subjects. The last 6 years, I've been with GALES, and within the GALES program, I taught fourth and fifth, and now I'm teaching third. So this will be, oh goodness, the fourth year I've been teaching third grade. So altogether, you will be year number 7 in GALES, which is a lucky number in the Sines household. It's our younger son's baseball number. So that takes me to my family, a little bit about them. Been married to my husband now for 25 years this June. His name's Ed, and we have 2 boys. Our older son is 20. He will be a junior at Ohio University, and he is studying to be an engineer. Our other son is 18. He's graduating this spring from Lancaster High School, and he's going to Eastern Michigan to play baseball. He won't be number 7 up there. He just found out this week that he'll be number 2. So he's super pumped about that. And most importantly, to third graders, I have a dog, a cat, and 2 goldfish. So the Sines house is complete. Absolutely. Really excited to meet each of you in person, and thank you so much. And I sure hope and look forward to being with you all next year, where we can step through that wardrobe and take a journey of a lifetime. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Hello, parents and boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Clark Cup, and I teach 4th grade and 5th grade. I'm a 4th grade homeroom teacher, and I teach English language arts and social studies. And I also teach those same subjects in 5th grade. And if you take a look at my screen, I bet you can figure out what I start out with as the book for 4th grade. I have been teaching now for 20 years, and this will be my 6th year in the GALES program. It is definitely my passion and where I love to be. I have been at Medill for almost all my 20 years of teaching. 1 year I was at Sanderson while the new Medill was being constructed. Family-wise, I have also been married for 20 years. My husband's name is Chad, and he works at Fairfield Medical Center, so you're definitely invested in our Lancaster community. I have 2 kids. The first is Caden, and he's 16 and goes to Lancaster High School. He plays tennis, loves to play video games, and loves his pets. Piper is 11, and she will be going to Thomas Ewing next year. She is a soccer star, and she loves crafting and being out in nature. I also have 4 pets. I have 2 dogs. Jasper's my German Shepherd, and he is giant. Sometimes we call him Moose because he's so big. He only weighs about 15, 20 pounds less than I do. And Luna is our special needs dog, and she is part terrier, part bulldog, and she was born deaf. She is a handful and a half, but is very smart and even knows sign language. I have 2 cats. One is Artemis, and she's a beautiful gray on gray tabby. And there's my Tom Tom, and she is a beautiful long hair calico. So we have quite the family here. And now I'm part of your family too, and I can't wait to meet all of you next school year. Bye now.
Hi there. Welcome to the Gales family, and welcome to the North Wing of Hogwarts. My name is Professor Greiner. I will be your 4th and 5th grade arithmancy, also known as math, and science teacher. We will study astronomy and alchemy and herbology and life science and earth science and physical science and just so much more. A little bit about me. I'm a Lancaster alumni, so I graduated from Lancaster High School. I'm not going to tell you when. You can ask your parents. I bet they could guess. I love to read. Obviously, Harry Potter is one of my favorites, but not my only favorite. In fact, I love all 3 of the fantasy books that Gales Landia is themed upon. I also love sports, and I love creating things. I have an amazing husband named Nick. He works as an inspector for weights and measures. That's a really fancy way of saying he's better at numbers than I am. My oldest son, Callan, is about to graduate from OU with a degree in digital media and animation. He's our creatively gifted child. My middle child is Addison. She is entering high school this year. She is a talented gymnast and a really hard worker. She's our perfectionist. And my youngest son is Levi. Levi is in middle school. He's a passionate athlete. He loves baseball and basketball. He's also a mathematician, so he takes after his father. All 3 of my children really help me understand my students, and they also help me understand the concerns of their parents. This will be my 21st year teaching. I have taught grades 4 through 6, all subjects, including art and even PE my first year teaching. I've spent the past 10 years focusing just on math and science. In the past 5 years, I've been in the GALES program, and I love every minute of it. I love my students. I love my teaching team. I love the creativity and the challenge. When you step into my classroom, you enter as first-year Hogwarts students. You will walk into a magical world where you are accepted exactly the way you are. It's safe for you to be you. You will be encouraged to reach farther than you even believed you were possible of reaching. I'm so glad that you are coming to our program. So, welcome to Hogwarts, and I'm glad your adventures have brought you to my classroom. Let's return to the common room now with the others.
Thank you, ladies. Our ultimate goal is to create a 3-year program that's responsive to the unique needs of your child. In order to do this, these teachers work very hard to differentiate academically, socially, and emotionally. There are some differences you'll notice as a result of this differentiation. The curriculum will be focused on content with academic rigor, complexity. Students will have access to materials designed or modified specifically for gifted students. And teachers will compact the curriculum as students master their grade level standards. This allows the teachers to appropriately pace the instruction and avoid reviewing material that students already know. You may also notice differences in grading and assessments. Your child will be challenged and scores will reflect the gifted curriculum, rigor and pace that they need, but they may not be used to right away. Mrs. Sines will ease them through this adjustment and certainly keep a pulse on the transition. Mrs. Sines, can you give some insight into how you'll do this?
I'll try. Every year I communicate to the parents, just kind of give a warning up front that I'm going to love your kids. I'm going to love them like they're my own. So you just need to know that coming in. And with that comes communication and really trying to keep a pulse on where the kids are. So a balance of that, as Mrs. Jones was saying, that academic, social, and emotional, all of their needs. So really, just to kind of give you in a nutshell, my ultimate goal as a third grade transition year is to prepare them for fourth and fifth grade. So the first quarter, what we will do is just transition. You're not going to see a whole lot of different rigor per se, but it's more of just getting them academic, their social and emotional needs met. This will be the first time that they're in a classroom where all of their peers are similar to them and they'll be challenged. So that first quarter, we're going to be doing different things to meet their needs specifically. The second quarter, we'll add the rigor and still keeping a pulse on how they are adjusting if things get too difficult, and just making sure that it's relevant and appropriate for them. And that sets us up for the third part of this, which is the second half of the year, where I've worked closely with Mrs. Clark-Cupp and Mrs. Greiner on scaffolding so that they're prepared. I've asked them both, what do you want your fourth grader to come in knowing? So the beautiful thing is I have had the privilege of teaching fourth and fifth grade GALES, and I've taught all subject areas. So I kind of have a perspective on that. And so really just back to the basics, just getting them adjusted socially, emotionally, and then setting up the rigor. So I think that's about it.
All right. And as students continue through the program, especially in fourth and fifth grade, project-based assessments will require them to be a little more self-directed learners. They'll be developing their organizational skills through projects and time management strategies. Mrs. Clark-Cupp, can you speak a little bit about why this is good for students and how they typically respond?
Well, this may be a whole new world for your children depending on their prior experiences. They're going to be challenged and taught how to fail and persevere and grow. Their experiences will be different in GALES, as our project-based and inquiry and open style allows them to be very self-directed. Along with required standards, they'll have choices and options that fit their passions and learning styles, all wrapped up in healthy boundaries and teacher guidance. They'll learn organization and time management skills, which is an incredible way to help them grow as they work through projects like the Cardboard Challenge and Literary Academy Awards and the Wax Museum. All of these things, the choice and the challenge really engage their minds and give them exactly what they need as gifted students, and allows them to grow in ways that you never have expected.
Yes. As educators and parents, we will need a partnership, a strong partnership in helping students adjust their expectations, because their classwork and grades will reflect a greater complexity and depth of knowledge. We want to instill a growth mindset and really promote hard work and working through challenges. Gifted students need to be challenged in elementary school so that they can learn how to work through it and not give up in their later years. Mrs. Greiner, You have seen these students grow in challenging situations. Why is this so important?
Well, we do put a great deal of effort into fostering that growth mindset in our students. We teach them to set goals and list action steps to reach those goals. We help them to learn time management skills so that they can accomplish their daily tasks, as well as those longer projects over a period of time. And we present them with tasks that will push them to think harder, to work harder. I think my favorite classroom quote is, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. We discuss that every year at the beginning of the year, and then we discuss it multiple times throughout the year when kids get frustrated by those challenges that they face. For many of them, not all, they're not accustomed to working at this higher level. School has always come easily without much effort, and studies show that when gifted students are not challenged, it can result in boredom and frustration, and that often leads to underachievement, depression, unhealthy work habits. Our role as your child's teacher is to spot and nurture their talents. We try to provide a safe haven in our classrooms. We want the kids to take healthy risks. We want them to learn from their mistakes. There's nothing more rewarding than seeing your child's reaction when they accomplish something they didn't think they could do. My favorite thing that I hear the kids say is, "Hold on, Mrs. Greiner, give me one more minute, I've almost got it." That is them persevering when they were struggling. And we want to see them do that. It's our goal to build their self-esteem, their study skills, and their academic abilities. They will face challenges and persevere and continue to achieve in the future. Stupid lights.
As we're all adjusting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well said. Thank you all for your time. We look forward to a great future and another unique Gales class to enter the program. If you have any questions, we're here to help. So take care and so long.
We look forward to seeing you. We're looking forward to our journey together. Thank you again for joining us today at Galeslandia. See you soon.